Like John Solon, Obedients have become victims of brutal attacks, violence, thuggery, and fierce intimidation in the lead-up to the 2023 elections. Across the states of the Federation, there have been disturbing news about these heinous acts, which continue to pop up in the social media space almost daily now. While some have faced direct violent attacks from sponsored clouds, which have left them severely injured, others are hounded with fierce intimidation and harassment. The only offense is that they have found hope in Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, devoting themselves to his campaign.
Everywhere, just say because why I put Peter Obi to my machine.
His name is John Solon. He hails from Adamawa, northeastern part of Nigeria. He cannot walk. He cannot limp beyond the confines of his wooden wheel truck. But he has a passion for a new Nigeria, and what he saw in the Obedient movement motivated him to join the first 1 million man march held for Peter Obi in May. Some Nigerians who joined in the march contributed to get him an electronic wheelchair and gifted him some cash as well. Since then, John devoted himself to campaigning for Peter Obi in his locality until some sponsored thugs brutally attacked him and damaged his electronic wheelchair.
We thank you for having the time to come here today. So I want to ask you some kind of questions on what don't happen. Things where we see for internet about you and Peter Obi. And before I will ask you that one, what you they do for a living for Lagos State?
Before I don't feel sit down like this, gonna be have worst problem like this. I just stay on that bridge.
Oh.
If I see somebody help me, I eat, I no sit, I still remain one place because I no feel move at all. I just be one place. So
now help people, they help you.
Yes. So during first 1 million match, then they pass. They now see me under the bridge.
Okay, they live under the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
They now see me under the bridge. Then the camera carry me, and later they come do my video. They send them online. The video go, and they now come take me to hospital.
Okay. Before we get to that point, so they meet you.
For
under bridge. Okay.
Yes, so I carried the flyer away in the campaign.
The flyer.
Okay. Like this, at the ground, though, I no fit sit at that moment, but I still hold on like this. When I hold on, the camera catch me.
So that's how you joined the Obedient movement.
Yes. Apart that one too. Before that one, they tell people say this time around, we will leave PDP and APC. Because they are our problem for this country. So we need new Nigeria, and to get new Nigeria, we need to leave all those people.
And you believe, say, Peter Obi go bring the new Nigeria?
Yes. I
believe
that's
why you
that's
put
why
body.
That's why I put Peter Obi. But from the beginning, I don't even do like this one going to somebody print and give me.
Okay.
Now marker is right time.
Now vote for Peter Obi for a good Nigeria. Peter Obi we want. I am from Adamawa State. I don't want any all of them.
From where?
Adamawa State.
Life.
I need Peter Obi. All of us to go for Peter Obi.
So after your video, we see your video for internet, like I tell you, everybody say, this guy get energy, this guy get ginger.
Yes,
this guy
sir.
believe in new Nigeria. We can't like you. As we they see you, they happy. And as we other people say, while they see you, they know they happy.
Yes, sir.
We can't hear say they attack you.
Yes,
say people
sir.
beat you.
Yes, sir.
What thing happen?
So after they treat me, buy one automatic wheelchair give me.
We go make you the freely the waka.
So I dey use the automatic wheelchair the waka. I still use biro right front and back. Vote for Peter Obi 2023. Let's take back Nigeria.
Okay.
So as I dey pass one, you see, Wednesday evening, that can 4 o'clock, no even night. I dey pass my own way. I dey always dey pass from General Hospital to come Ikeja under bridge where I dey stay. So 4 people just come down inside car. The first one come tell me say Udami I no get sense. Say for Tinubu land I come dey write Peter Obi. Why I no go east? I come say but the Lagos no be Nigeria. Lagos na Nigeria. How you call Lagos na one person place? Na there I hear the man carry Paco hit me here direct.
And you dey for wheelchair? I
dey for wheelchair na so I fall. It still carry second one give me again. I use that one for head. Now I use my hand block that one. You know get me for head. So na another one for chest here. Now it hit me. The na carry the Paco scatter my machine just to where before people come. They run the waka enter their own motor cross road because they come with motor.
They come with motor.
Yes.
How many of them attack you so?
One they drive, 4 come down follow me drive, follow beat me.
So 4 of them follow beat you up or
yes.
Say you dey wheelchair.
They scatter even the wheelchair gone. So after they don't go, 9 people they ask me say wetin happen. Other me I offend them for somewhere. I say no. They say why me I put Peter Obi for my machine for Lagos. Say e no suppose be like that now. All of us we are one country. Meanwhile the Hausa come dey support Obi. Why? Because I know say if Peter Obi enter, things must change. Because if we check now for our side, example us Hausa side, poverty number 1 for this country na our side dey. And top people for this country where they work na Hausa people. They everywhere na them get everywhere. But na us killing number 1 na Hausa side. Everything just there waiting.
So leadership no be really about if the person come from your side.
No.
After they beat you finish,
yes, sir.
Which people help you for that place? Because you say they break the machine where the obedient people buy for you.
Yes, sir.
Now other people carry you go. You go hospital.
Yes, they take me to hospital.
Which people take you to hospital?
Now, as one bishop.
Okay, bishop.
Bishop called me. And the person wey do this, one woman too, that one I don't even know her name. She record the first person wey video me and post the video online. Me I don't still know her name up to now.
But she follow help you when they beat you.
Yes.
So
and the names to pronounce.
No, you know it's okay if you don't remember the name. Wetin I want to be say, hope other Nigerians wey dey pass no just waka leave you. When they beat you finish.
Some people come they say Sabina because him dey support Peter Obi and na him find trouble for himself now.
Okay, some people talk that word when you dey ground.
Some people say Sabina him put Peter Obi for a machine. Na him find trouble, but even at the pass go, some people go say you hungry go kill you. They no go give you 1 naira. Sabi dey write Peter Obi for this machine. Hungry go kill you. Cause say but people will bring me from nowhere. With dirty come make me clean. So I think about Nigeria. If the same people come handle this country, how the country will be.
Okay, now you say before this Peter Obi video of you come outside, when they live on that bridge.
Yes, sir.
Now you see they go back to that place where they attack you. You see they live there?
No, I don't go find one incompleted building. Now there they stay.
You dey stay for uncompleted building now?
Yes, sir. Now there they stay because they say me I no stay that around that area. They feel come attack me anytime. Me I change area. So as I know, you know, better I go find one incomplete. That place now hospital beside the hospital.
No, I'm not.
Now they don't come. I will go there. I will wait. Make sure people will get shop there. They don't close. Me they no say somebody they sleep there. So if they don't come out, I will go back there sleep because of my machine. That machine no need water, and I must find some place where if in case rain they fall, me no. Sometimes I go use If I dey sleep, I go carry chain am for my body. Because if the one carry am, make sure say they carry us together. If not, if they carry
so
the
machine,
you go wake up. If not, wetin we so I use the chain the machine together. But oh well, na wetin person go do now? Anyhow you get yourself. You say thank
so
God.
now you never still get house where you dey live. You dey live uncompleted building.
Yes, sir.
This thing wey dey beat you that time, e affect you. Dey feel more pain than when they no beat you before.
Before they beat me, I was, but now you know, see, everything just get as it be.
E go better.
Amen, amen.
So now you know they fear.
I no fear anything. I put it. I know see that P go still protect me. Yes.
So what they tell me now be say, despite wetin they do you, the beat where they beat you, break your machine, of which you tell us say the obedient people still help you.
Come help me carry the machine, go repair and come give me back like the way day before.
So now you go fear to dey talk about Peter Obi.
Fear what? You no get freedom, fear wetin again. As we dey in this country like this, we no get freedom now. As long as you no fit make your own choice, do wetin you want, you no get freedom now. So fear wetin until Nigeria settle, we don't get back our country. We must take back this country by God's grace.
John's life has remained altered till today. At the moment, he is seriously sick and helpless. His attackers are yet to be arrested by the security agencies. It is not surprising that perpetrators of these evil attacks do not discriminate against tribe. Their interest is to perpetrate the order of their paymasters. So their victims could come from any tribe in Nigeria. While John Solomon hails from the north, there is Mr. Olaitan, a patriotic Nigerian from the southwest extraction who endured a more brutal attack.
Question. What do you do for a living?
I'm a nutraceutical doctor. I treat people with pharmaceutical drugs and the nature drugs, combining together to heal the human being. And also, I'm an aromatherapist. Okay, so you practice in Lagos? Yes.
So, going by the video we saw, where you were giving us a rundown of history, the one that went viral of you endorsing Peter Obi to become the president of Nigeria.
The story of Mr. Olaitan is surreal and disturbing. Sometime in May, a clip of him went viral on Twitter, where he made a factual analysis of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi. He urged his audience to choose Peter Obi over his opponent in the 2023 presidential election. Why did he choose Peter Obi?
lẹ́yìn bá lọ nàbí pdp òbí lẹ́yìn bá lọ ṣẹ́ṣọ́ ṣẹ́ṣọ́ pé Peter Obi lẹ́yìn bá lọ. Peter Obi sí system of government. So young youth lẹ tẹ̀lé tẹ̀lé àwọn tó lánú lẹ̀ tẹ̀lé àwọn tó lè di flag mi. Yes o Peter Obi lẹ́yìn bá lọ yéé àwọn eléyìí. Peter Obi sí system of government. Peter Obi by the people. Peter Obi for the people. Peter Obi response to the people.
So I want to ask, according to the video we saw online, after the first one went viral of you endorsing the candidacy of Peter Obi, we saw another video. We saw that you were hit by a car. What happened? Can you recount what happened? Where were you going that fateful day? And what happened after that video went viral? Did you get calls? Were you threatened? What really happened?
You know, I did it, the video, because I want equality. That's why I did it. I will come back to that one. After I did that one, the vehicle came from the one way and hit me my leg and broke my leg into two. I thought it is an accident. 4 days after, my son saw it too. He said he saw that the man they're supposed to kill finish, and we already killed the motivators of the Peter Obi campaign.
And you are referred to as the motivator?
That is it. I said, okay. Thank God, all the Peter Obi movement spring up and started coming to my side. And they assisted me with 2.5 million naira to set my... Since then, I'm very, very breakdown. I didn't know what I can do. Even my customers I treated outside, they gave me 1.3 million to support it, because the thing was bringing me down completely.
So when this thing happened, you could not move?
I cannot be able to do anything. I was breakdown completely.
You couldn't provide for your family?
No more, nothing, anything. Even to the extent till now I'm facing her, because I cannot be able to provide for anything. If you ask my family today, you will see that since then I cannot be able to give them feeding money. Because...
Do you think you were targeted? It's okay, you can continue. It's okay, sir. Mr. Lighter, it's okay. It's okay, sir. Gather yourself together, sir. Gather yourself, sir. It's okay, sir. Okay. It's okay, sir. It's really a very touching story. Mr. Lighton, you are a very passionate man when it comes to seeing that justice is done. Regarding what happens to you, I want to know, was there any arrests made? Did the hit and run, or was there any sort of closure in terms of what you suffered? Because this person hit you and it's obvious you were targeted. Do you think you were targeted by the opposition?
Yeah, they're still telling me.
They are still...
because that place I'm living now, I'm living in Lagos Island, where is the centers of the opposition.
Okay.
Because the ruling party, I call them opposition now, because we already took over the government. Because it is mandatory for me that I would rather die than Easterners will not rule this country.
Life has remained a nightmare for Olaitan since after the attack. He cannot walk properly or go about his daily life.
Mr. Olaitan, I want to know, when this thing happened, this accident happened that left you with a broken leg and incapacitated you from actually providing for your family. Yes. Are you deterred? Like, how is it now with you and Obi movement? Are you withdrawn?
No receipt, no surrender.
That's our Luther spirit.
No receipt, no surrender.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lighton. And we believe that at the end of the day, your labor
will never be in vain.
Never be in vain.
According to my fourth video for Obedience.
Thank you very much.
Went to Oshodi today for the regular flag movement we usually do every week, like twice in a week. So we decided.
John Eze and Apene David, two Nigerian youths who exude the passion most Nigerians embody. To see a Nigeria that works for all. They hope Nigeria can still work and its lost glory restored. They believe that Peter Obi's presidency will make it happen. Together, they choose to preach the message and create awareness by bearing the Nigerian and the Labour Party flags across different cities in the country. But then, the evil man struck.
So you're welcome. You are the famous flag boy of Peter Obi movement.
Obi flag boy.
Obi flag boy. So tell us your name. What's your name?
My name is John Eze.
John Eze.
John Eze from Ebonyi State.
Okay. Oh, you live in Lagos State.
Yes, I based in Lagos State.
And
This
must
is
be-
my camera guy.
Okay. What's your
David.
name, sir? Abone David. Where are you from? Cross River. So, Obi flag boy. You actually carry out this your passion. Like everybody sees it online, across social media. Tell us, how did it start? I mean, you bearing flag for Peter Obi.
Okay, so what actually inspired the flag idea? I think for some time, early September, I discovered that Lagos State, the pattern they use for the approach the Labour Party, the posters, the billboards, they reject the billboards, then the posters, they destroy the posters all over the place.
Of Peter Obi.
Of Peter Obi, the Labour Party.
Okay.
So that was the actual thing that inspired me to go into the movement and to sensitize people about the logo. You understand? So since everyone is not too used to the Labour
logo.
Party logo, that's why I make it very bold.
So you decided to be a
Make it
moving.
very bold to
a
go to
moving
the
billboard.
streets since the billboards are prohibited in
In
several
Lagos.
locations. So I take it to them, trying to create more awareness in the street and every corner. So that was how the movement started.
So when you started, did you start off with your camera guy, or how did he come into the picture? He just tagged along. He loved the idea too.
Okay, I actually started with some other persons.
Okay.
So what they do, once we get to a particular spot, if it's a bridge, once I climb, then they'll capture with the camera. So before I now came across him, he was really interested in the party. He was really interested in the movement. So since then, I've been with him, the movement and everything.
So how long have you been bearing these flags for Peter Obi by estimation?
Since on the 11th of September. The movement started on the 11th of September.
This year?
Yes, this year.
Okay. So that brings me to after October 1st rallies by Obedience in Lagos State. We are all surprised, we are all shocked to see your video online that the Obi flag boy was attacked. So we're all very concerned. I mean, myself and other key persons in the movement. So I want to know what happened that day. How did it happen?
Okay, what actually happened was that we decided to visit the Oshodi axis in Lagos State after visiting other parts of Lagos State, like Maitu, Alaba International, Obalande, and the rest of them. So on that fateful Sunday, we decided to go to Oshodi to create awareness with our flag. So on getting there, while I was walking with my flag, the camera guy was on the other lane capturing. So when we were done with the whole shoot, I was about folding my flag. We started hearing some group of guys running out from the terminal, calling us that the chairman of Oshodi is calling us. So the mode they were running out, we suspected they were coming for something bad. So we started running. So I was running at the other side, then they had already captured him. The guys, they already caught him. So on getting down, I discovered there was no way I could escape. So that was where that was the spot I was stopped. They now came and caught me.
Okay, I'm with the chairman now.
ẹni wọ́n wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ lẹ pósítà sí ara wọn bọ́ọ̀sì ló ṣe bí àwọn dáńkù. Wọ́n tún jọra sọ pé nìyẹn. Ẹni gọ́ọ̀sì ló ní bí ẹni tí ìpàdé ń gbé ní ọlọ́pàá àdé níjẹ̀ sí.
What you support with that? Aṣíwájú Tinubu.
Meeting all the bosses. I want to do advert on bosses. I've met PRT, Shegun, Bali Media, then yellow bosses and white bosses.
No, I don't like that. No, I'm not in front of that.
Yeah, what's the problem?
I don't want to see people here tomorrow.
We're
next
coming tomorrow.
I like you. Come. I'll say that you beat a lot of you. Come.
It's bad.
It was not funny because even while we were running, I saw some police van passing. I was trying my best to see how I could create awareness for people to know what is going on. Nobody stopped. So the whole experience was not funny at all. So, but fortunately, while they were dragging me to meet the chairman, there was a military officer that saw us. The guy was trying to stop them from taking us. They resisted. They refused. So the guy followed us from behind. So on getting there, they had already poured fuel on the camera guy. They were beating him left and right. So on getting there, immediately we got there, the chairman took the flag stick, the iron, started using it to wipe us left and right. The other ones broke bottle. The military guy was able to stop him. The other one broke the iron rake. The military guy was able to stop him. So the punch, kick, blow, everything was just coming from left and right. So, but as God may have it, the military guy was able to stop some of them from some of the things they wanted to do. So when they were satisfied with all the beatings and everything, they asked us to run. Immediately we stood up to run. They kicked us again. We fell down. Then stood up. They took off our shoes. So immediately we stood up. From that was how we ran straight down. Then took a bus going to my 2. From my 2, that was how we got to the hospital.
Talking about how I rescued the guys from the hands of the dog. On my way to Oshodi, I was on my way to Oshodi. My commander sent me an errand and I had to execute that errand that moment. So I got to Oshodi. I saw some dogs chasing a boy. The guy was holding a flag. He was holding a iron and a flag. I don't know what it was all about. So I was in a bus and I saw them chasing him. So they got him and they started beating him brutally. They injured him, dragging him like a criminal, hard-earned criminal to the terminal. So it touched me so much and something moved me to help them. Because it's not my first time of saving people's life. I have experienced it because I knew that they were in a great danger. So I thought that I was in a position to help them. So I came down from the vehicle and I was asking them what happened. They said I should come to the terminal. They dragged the boy. I followed them at the back, behind them. I followed them up. They dragged the boy to the terminal where their boss is. And they started beating them. On getting to that place, didn't know that they have already captured one of his colleague there. Put tire on him, pour fuel on him, about to set him ablaze before I intervene. Getting to that place, I saw a security agency. I saw the last man and I saw the policemen there. They were there watching everything and couldn't even rescue the boys. I was there, the boys were so helpless. They were so tired. They were not even talking at all.
Sorry about that. It must be very, very horrible experience. As a Nigerian, to be treated like a criminal in Nigeria, that you are exercising your freedom of expression. And you said they poured
fuel
on him. So I know that in that split second, your life flashed
I
before
was literally unconscious. Look at the wound. I was literally unconscious during those period. Like, if not for the military guy, their plan was, because even some people gathered.
So nobody was trying to stop them.
No, nobody could. If not for the military, I believe even if it was a police officer, they wouldn't have listened. They were determined to just quench us there, like finish us, then do, like, even some people gathered, they chased everybody.
So you guys were more like treated like criminals.
They were calling us thief, ole. That was why they poured in fuel, then put tire. I'm telling you, right from where they caught me, they were calling us ole. So everybody that came around, so people felt like, yes. So that was like, it was really terrible.
All this because you decided to create awareness.
Because of Labour Party flag.
Okay, because of the Labour Party flag.
Yes.
Socially. And you said the people that chased you actually said the chairman wanted to see you.
They said the chairman that that zone, we shouldn't bring anything Obi to that area. That this is Tinubu zone. Anything Obi, next time they hear it. I believe that's one of the reasons why they spared us. So next time, if they see any sign of the flag around that area, I believe nothing will make them to stop from accomplishing their purpose.
We'll come to that later. I want to hear from you, like, what really happened from your own side, because you only told us what he saw, what he experienced. Tell us, were you running too, or what happened?
No, I'm not running.
Okay.
I just stand by the side. There is one man that wants to enter vehicle. Just stand by the side. That called them that they should see one of them here.
Okay, one of them.
Yeah, that is why they just come and get me. And the first word that they said is only. That is now they pick tire, then put on my neck, then drag me across the road. After they drag me across the road, the chairman himself, collected fuel and pour on my body. Say the language they use, they say for me matches, but I don't understand. But I know that yes, for me matches. So there is that smoker refused to give matches. Then there is one.
Somebody refused to give matches.
Say that the one that in Lagos State, if you burn somebody alive, something like that, you go to jail. How? That is what the person say, and he refused. That is how they started beating me. For me, I think that my friend will escape. He will go. So I denied. I tell them that I didn't follow him. So that they will free me. So I will go. But
then they brought him.
Then after they brought him now, they say, okay, we are two. Yes, I denied you that we are two. We are not together. I didn't say anything again. That's how they started beating us, beating, punch everything, smash the phone, even the phone that I had here. When they capture me, they will ask for a phone. I tell them, yes, the phone that we are using. Yes, to see what we are doing. I tell them I'm not with the phone. They say, okay, then put hand on my pocket. They even come out and remove my ATM. That's ATM and 15 naira. That is my pocket. They remove it. So when you get there, they say I should sit. I sit down.
So you were treated like a criminal.
Yes.
So they poured you fuel, and if not for, like you said, if not for the fact that somebody refused to bring
matches
or lighter.
Yes.
So if that person had brought the match, it would have
Yes, my plan is that when they light me up, I will grab the chairman. We are two born together. That is my plan. If they light me up, I will grab the man.
So you already concluded that?
Yes, that is what is on my mind. I was even praying that I'll tell God that God should give me that power so that when they light me up, I will grab the chairman so that our two will go together.
That is actually very, very sad experience.
Yes.
And you did all this for the love of people.
Yes.
You want a change in Nigeria. So there are rumors that P2B gave you people 10 million.
Yes.
Is that true?
No.
Okay. So like Flagboy said, the movement is expanding. Are you still going to be filming, or you are backing out now?
No, I'm not backing out.
You are going with him.
that thing that happened give me more power.
Morale,
to
energy.
continue.
That's the spirit.
Yes, I'm fighting for my nation.
This is democracy, and you have the right of expression,
Yes.
as long as you don't break the law.
Brutal as the attack was, John and his friend David have remained resolute and dogged in their fight for a better Nigeria. Now, they have recruited more passionate youths into their team and set to expand to other cities. The direct brutal attacks on Obedients met huge outcry from many well-meaning Nigerians. While it appeared to have ceased, the perpetrators have found other ways to clamp down on the peaceful obedience movement. One of the ways is targeting perceived leaders of the movement. This became evident in the days leading to the Lagos 4 Million Man March, held across 4 locations of the state. 2 days to the rally, one of the key organizers of the movement, Joseph Onwora, was arrested at the Murtala Muhammed International Airport on his arrival from Paris to attend the event.
Okay, my name is Comrade Dr. Joseph Onwora. I was one of the coordinators for the Lagos 4 Million March for Bidati and Gbadeboro's Vivo ticket of Labour Party. Well, we planned the march for October 1, 2022, and I left Paris aboard Air France, flight AF0104, en route Lagos, Nigeria. I landed Murtala Mohammed International Airport about 9:30 p.m. And then on the way, trying to go to clear myself with the immigration area, I was accosted by some plainclothes people and some immigration officials who asked me if I was Big Joe of Lagos, and I said yes. They took me away after some documentations and took me to an office at a completely different part of the airport. All attempts I made to try to know what exactly was the nature of my offense and why I'm being held was not answered. Of course, in their conversations, I heard at some point they were saying, that some security agencies, either DSS or the Nigerian Immigration Services or the Lagos State Investigation Bureau of the Police Command, all manner of stuff. But none of this was said to me directly, and they never gave me any reason why I was being kept. I'm a global supply chain expert. I work in Paris today. I left Nigeria 2 months ago. After they kept me in one room, it was in a very terrible location. The mattress they gave to me to sleep with was bed bug infested. There were lots of mosquitoes and cockroaches in the room. It was typically on a chair, but they gave me a mattress to use as a pillow. I couldn't sleep for a very long time in the night. I was not allowed to bathe. I was not allowed to brush my teeth. I was not allowed to freshen up in any way whatsoever. When I had to ease myself, they gave me immigration officers and other security operatives who walked with me to the toilet and stayed with me, until I finished and I came back again. And this was the nature of experience I had. It was very terrible. It was very humiliating. The only thing that kept me in good spirit was that I knew that we were fighting a just cause. And I knew that the obedient movement, which is the biggest political revolution in Africa, is an idea whose time has come. And the truth is, according to how philosophers say it, there is no regiment of army that can stop it. I had a very terrible experience. Kept me for 16 and a half hours. They took me in around 10 p.m. on the 30th of September, and they released me around 3 p.m. on the 1st of October, after I believe they have achieved their aim, which was to ensure that I did not participate in that 1st October march. It was a very harrowing experience. It was very painful. And I feel very bad that coming back home, my country, I feel that this is not the kind of treatment I deserve for strictly holding a different political opinion or a different political choice. People should be free. People should be allowed to make their choices so that they can live with them. This is what politics should be. It should be healthy rivalry, and it should not be under intimidation or bullying or harassment of people who hold a different political opinion. So this is what I wanted to say. But at the end, I was released to Gbadebo Rosvivo and the state legal advisor of Labour Party in Lagos State. There was no LP chairman that came to bail me. That was lie from the presidency, that they are lying. No LP chairman was anywhere near I came. There was no private investigation on me. That was also a big lie. All right. It's good to understand that they kept me strictly for purposes best known to them. But I believe that is regarding the match which I came for, because I was released the next day after they assured that I was not going to participate. It was very painful. I consider that I lost a lot of money, over 1,000 euros, flying down to participate in this match and having to be denied that opportunity. It feels really bad. But of course, this is some of the sacrifices we have to make for a new Nigeria under Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati. Thank you very much, guys.
Even more, a day before the rally, the police force embarked on a show of force parade across locations that the march was billed to hold in, especially in Lekki, a move Nigerians believed to have been targeted at intimidating the organizers, sending warning signals and causing trepidation in the minds of Lagosians who wanted to attend the rally. More so, it was the first time such would happen. Market riders and market women are not left out in the wave of attacks. Disturbing footages have shown where persons, apparently from the camp of the presidential candidate of the APC, forced keke riders to pay 500 naira for campaign stickers of their candidates. Even scarier, keke riders reveal that they have been warned against placing the campaign stickers or posters of the opposition candidates on their machines. They risk losing their business if they do. Prior to the Lagos Women March for Tinubu, another disturbing footage surfaced where market women were forced to contribute 500 naira and participate in the rally. According to one of the victims, there is an order that whoever failed to comply would lose their shops.
I know what if anything, I don't tell so many of you. If they're in there, you must come. Say what you want to talk with. This place is a market. Wetin happen? You won't go allow us tomorrow. Tinubu can say make you one market for this Lagos. Being so amount. After the so amount, 20 people, you must follow us go tomorrow.
Okay. The Labour Party offices aren't exempted from these attacks and thuggery. The party is the official platform of Peter Obi and his vice, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, has been embraced by the Obedients as the platform to engineer a change of the corrupt political order. So, it is not surprising that one of the party's branches in Lagos became the latest victim of the Dameable Act. The attacks and political suppression against the Obedients are increasing and festering. It is disturbing and calls for serious attention. How well are the Labour Party responding to these terrifying incidents? How well is the party prepared to ensure the safety of its members and obedience in Lagos? Gbadebo Rosvivo, the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate and the leader of the party in Lagos State, opens up.
candidate for Labour Party in
Yeah.
Lagos State.
Yeah.
And with the recent attacks being meted out to Labour Party supporters that quote obedience, what have you to say about these attacks on your supporters?
It is absolutely despicable. It is something that is extremely painful and annoying to see in Lagos. This is not Lagos. This is not the culture of Lagos. The culture of Lagos is one of live and let live. It's one of embracing variety, cosmopolitanness of it, and welcoming. It's not one of attacks or intimidation. And that's why the culture that has existed in Lagos from 1999 with the AD, APC, in all its iterations, it's not the culture of Lagos. You know, the culture of Lagos is a Lagos where Nnamdi Azikiwe could have a significant political base. He could have Ilezik in Ikeja where he built when there was nothing in that environment. It's a culture of you have your ideas and we can debate. It's a culture.
Coexist.
Yes, we can coexist. And coexistence is the epitome of what Lagos is. My grandfather was a judge. He had 3 children. 2 of them married from the southeast, my father and my auntie, right? Even when you look at Funshaw Williams, his wife was from R&D in Zogu, right? So you see that.
That's Abia State.
That's Abia State. So the families of Lagos reflect the culture of Lagos, which is one of openness, which is one of welcoming, which was one of coexistence. And that's the culture we need to restore. We need to return Lagos to.
That means these attacks, these characteristics is not imbibed in Lagos.
It's not the culture of
like
Lagos.
imported.
Yes, it's imported. It literally is imported. It is not the culture of Lagos. If this culture that currently is existing today was what formed Lagos, Lagos will not be what it is today. Because we know that Lagos is built based on the industrious nature of the people that reside in Lagos. Multiple people from multiple places, right? That's what Lagos is. And that the indigenous of Lagos created that culture. So they have their own unique culture. So all of this is anti-Lagos. It is not Lagos.
Okay, that's nice. But following recent attacks or following recent trends in elections in Nigeria, 2015, 2019, we've seen these attacks play over and over and over. Are you saying that, with what you said, that Lagos is hospitable, which I'm a witness to, but we've seen this intimidation play out and out. We even heard the Oba of Lagos saying something prior to the election. What have you to say about that?
Well, for me, like I said, they are not imbibing the culture of Lagos, right? And we are not going to be intimidated. The 2023 elections is a completely different ballgame. We are turning a new chapter in our politics at the national level and at the local level. And the people are going to wake up to their responsibility for that. And we are going to ensure that people coming out to vote are protected and secured. If people think that instead of them to offer good governance, they would refuse to do that, but they want to intimidate and suppress people in elections, then they have a whole nother thought coming. Because for us, right, it is wrong to disenfranchise people that want to vote, especially people that you know that the state is generating so much money from, right? In terms of taxes, direct and indirect. They keep talking about the IGR. The IGR is coming from people. It's coming from Ladipo markets. It's coming from Igbo markets. It's coming from the industries and companies that are set up in Lagos. And all of these people are people from multiple parts of Nigeria.
So they have as much rights
as they have the right to exercise their franchise. Okay. They have the right to exercise their franchise as just citizens of Nigeria. They have the right to exercise their franchise, and they must not be denied of that. Except by people who are claiming and are pushing a rhetoric that is not even Lagosian. Because you find that Lagos families, Lagosians, indigenous of Lagos are not thinking like that, right? We want a Lagos state that works for everybody. We want a Lagos state where, whether you are from Zamfara or you are from Ebonyi or you are from Isaleko, you are not sitting there in traffic for 4 hours. Lagos State is a mini Nigeria. It has always been.
And that's what brings us to your campaign slogan.
Our Lagos, exactly.
When Flatboy was attacked, you were one of the persons that actually reached out to him. Being who you are in Lagos State, the gubernatorial candidate for Labour Party, are you using that opportunity, or are you using this opportunity to tell us that Lagosians supporters of Labour Party should go about their business in terms of supporting the party without fear of intimidation?
Listen, we are going to ensure that a civil and criminal charge is brought against the people that meted out that violence against an innocent resident and citizen, not just of Nigeria, but of Lagos, right? Because this person is just exercising his freedoms, right? Freedoms that have been given to all, even people that came from Oshun and got into position of government, and people from, you have people from Kogi representing Ikeja at the Federal House of Representatives. You have somebody that was central representative of Lagos West. He has now gone to Ogun State as Ogun West Senator. You see, Lagos State is a welcoming state. And that welcoming is also tied to political affiliations. No group of people can feel that they can intimidate others. And we are going to use all the arms of the law to ensure that justice is meted out. We are going to sit on it. We are going to be persistent. We must be aware that, see, the people have perfected state capture in Lagos State. They have formed an oligarchy. And we are going to take power away from them. Now, they are not going to just sit back and accept that. But the fact of the matter is that they will fight back. But every lion has his day.
Of course.
PDP was in power for over 16 years. They imagine that they will rule for another 30 years. But these same people that are intimidating others were allowed to campaign freely. They were not intimidated. That's how they became the ruling party. They held marches. They did occupy Lagos. They did occupy Nigeria. They did all sorts. They insulted president. They did all sorts. They maximized and stretched all the limits of freedom of expression, of freedom of association, of freedom of speech. They were not intimidated. But then another group of people are coming to exercise their own freedoms, but they want to be shutting them down and intimidating. And we will not take that.
So you are assuring us now that it will not be business as usual?
It's not business as usual. Let us expect that they will fight back, but we'll be ready to meet them, right? We are going to ensure that we have a proper security architecture across all of Lagos State, and we are going to ensure that anybody that is victimized, those people that perpetrated that will face the wrath of the law.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
What does the law say? What can the victims do? How can Nigerians protect their rights against other persecutors?
I'm Chibuzo. I'm a lawyer here in Lagos, and I currently consult for a law firm, Wingman Legal, and I also work with a fintech firm not based here in Lagos. And when I'm not working, I generally am probably on a tennis court trying to get my fitness on.
There is a lot of tension, and I think everybody can feel that as well. And it is safe to say there is really so much uncertainty. Now, speaking of uncertainty, are you aware of the attacks happening in the political space?
It would be very dishonest of me, or of anybody for that matter, to say that they are not aware of what is happening in Nigeria at this time. I mean, there is democratization of information these days. You're just one click away from getting all the information that you need on whatever topic of discourse that you're looking for.
The internet is your friend.
Exactly. So, recently you hear of cases from Delta State, where a certain group of persons were looking to have a march, and it was disrupted, and some certain persons got injured. And before that, you have the issue of one Mr. Joshua Alamu, I think Nasarawa State, and he's a youth coordinator who was recently attacked. Before that, you have Flag Boy. I think that's John is his name, and his partner David. And before that, you also have Mr. Olayiwola Olaiton. And then there is also this special person who was attacked, even on a wheelchair. Someone on a wheelchair was attacked.
That's quite tragic.
And I'm telling you, and you begin to imagine where our collective conscience is, or where it lies as individuals and as humans. If our humanity is allowed to be trampled, if people can throw away our humanity and attack people, you can just imagine the kind of situation we're in and what we're going into.
Right. what is the stand of the law? What does the law have to say in regards to assault and abuse?
If you check Section 34(1) of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it speaks to the respect and dignity of every citizen of Nigeria. And if you check our criminal code, Section 252 defines what assault is. Section 253 goes on to make assault unlawful. Section 351 goes on to talk about general assault and the punishment for that, which is a year. And then 355 for this for assault of the magnitude that we had discussed earlier. Right. This is where it moves from just general talking and everything to an actual physical assault where bodily harm is involved, and it prescribes for a term of 3 years. So these are some of the provisions of the law that would generally deter or cater to this area of law.
Okay, that does make a lot of sense. You did say we are a law-making country, but not a necessarily law-abiding one.
Or law-implementing one.
Okay, law-implementing one. Let's use your words, law-implementing one.
Sure.
Now, we're not... Okay, so how would... The law is the law. The law has punishments for these crimes. That aside, how can citizens of Nigeria stay safe?
Section 40, of the 1999 Constitution as amended allows every citizen of this country the right to assembly. So if, and not only political, it could be professional, it could be, to a sentimental thing that as long as it's recognized and is a legitimate one, the law allows us the opportunity to freely gather and, exercise our right. Mm. So where the law enshrines this, I think it lies on the state to provide adequate machinery to make sure that the people who are exercising this right as enshrined in the Constitution are well protected.
Do you think that the security forces in Nigeria do enough to protect the citizens, especially in situations like rallies? Since it's a political period right now, sensitization and mobilization, do you think that our security agency is doing their part, or like you said, they're playing biased?
As to whether the agents of government, whether they are doing enough, you look at the incidences that are leading up to this day. We have like a plethora of cases where people have been physically assaulted, where people have been, dehumanized of some sort. What has been the response so far from these agencies? All we have got so far are setbacks. Right. And you try to enforce, and there are a lot of things that you have to do. A lot of as to trying to discredit some of these people. I've followed 1 or 2 cases, and these people have been discredited.
Right.
So how do you actually take in account of these incidences if the agencies that are supposed to be there for these citizens are not acting their part? It frustrates the efforts of the citizens. And I think going forward, there should be a fair playing ground where people's cases are taken into account and the police and other agencies play their part in an unbiased manner to make sure that these people get the justice that they duly deserve.
Okay.
I think this is my position.
Okay, having said all of this, what is the way forward?
Currently, Nigeria has a structure And this structure is one that makes all of us victims. We're all victims, and some way, somehow, we all help to promote it. It's in the socialization, it's in the circles that we keep, our religious lines, our ethnicities, our, all these things come together to play a part. And going forward, if we need to get things right, this country needs to realign with the principles of equity, fairness, and justice, where everyone, every part, every person is carried along and no one is left behind. This is my submission.
Right. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.